Hey guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts. This is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, April 30th, 2019. Last Tuesday, last day of April. Once again, April has sped by, but it's okay because May's coming and I don't know, April showers bring May flowers. Did you guys get any rain? We haven't gotten hardly anything yet, but this is our dry season, so I'm not too surprised. I am standing up today because I cannot get to my chair. You guys are a little bit closer because I can't put you where I normally put you. I have a mess. It's a good thing you can't see. This is like my clean spot. But you see down here is a little bit of a mess that you can't see, and everything else is kind of below the table, so you can't really see what's been going on. I have been tearing my craft room apart. I showed my patrons that I had a bookshelf in my bedroom that was just your normal basic Walmart $30 bookshelf, like 5 shelves, a little about 6 foot tall. It was full of stuff. It was my drop zone. There was knitted projects that never was given to anyone, never sold, never donated, whatever. I just made them and they're sitting there. They never got put away. There's craft supplies, there's things and that's and what's and whatever. So the bookshelf was doing this on the top and it was doing this on the bottom. So I decided I wanted to take that out. I wanted to take my grandmother's old drop-in Singer sewing machine. It doesn't work, but I know it can be fixed, but I'm just not ready to deal with that right now. It's a sewing machine I actually learned on. And I've been using that as a computer desk. So I put that into my room so I can do some computer work in a nice clean environment without having this craft stuff spreading around, and I can actually think good thoughts while doing computer type work. That's where I do a lot of the business type stuff, and I kind of need a clear head when doing that. So I put everything in these, I'm looking at my mess right now, I put everything in these priority mail flat rate boxes, the large ones, which let's face it, the large ones are only like this. And they're kind of stacked up all over here underneath where I've shown you where my project bags are. It is a mess. It's driving me crazy. I sew over here, so I just kind of like, I put these blinders on and I just sew right here. And then I turn around here to work on my cutting table and where I'm pressing things. And I try not to look that way. I have a path to get in and out the door, but that's about it. And behind you, to about the 3-foot level, right, just even higher than the sill of my window, there's more boxes, and it's fabric that I need to get these bookcases for. I ordered bookcases. I ordered 2 of them from Walmart, but they won't be here until tomorrow on the 1st. And at that point, all crafting stops so I can clean this mess up because it's driving me crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I don't need to be clean. I just need to be semi-organized so where I know where everything is, and I only want to touch one thing to get to it. Right now I have to move 6 things just to get a spool of thread. That's not going to work. So that's why I bought new bookcases. I'm going to get that all organized so I can get some creating done. Even among this mess, I did have an idea. I had this fabric. I had these 2 fabrics. They were part of the packages that I was bartering with a friend for knitting. Let me get up close and show you what they look like. It's hard to get a representation of the color in it because you're seeing the light come through it. It's not too thin, but there is a light right overhead. But it has all these like sick animals, the animal hospital, animal doctors. This donkey with the band-aid on its neck and the look on its face, it just makes me laugh every time. I really love this poor little sick puppy. He must have a toothache or the mumps or something. Let me see if I can fold this down to give you an idea. So what I did is I had just a little bit of this fabric. I only have maybe enough for to make some 9 patches out of this. It wasn't enough to make very much. This is close to the color of this green. So I only had a little bit of this, maybe let's say a couple fat quarters worth possibly. These are 12.5-inch blocks. I just went ahead and made some snowball blocks. But I had this fabric which is really kind of close to the scrubs on the doctor, and then this color on the bird cage and everything like that. This color is kind of spread around everywhere. I'd say it's the same color family, but maybe a shade lighter throughout the block. So I thought that would work good with it. I thought I was only making a 9 patch, to use up the 5 of these snowballs, but apparently I went ahead and put in a 4th row, but that's okay. This makes it about 36 by 48. It's kind of a crazy quilt to me. It's not in my style. I love snowballs and all that, but it's really not my color family. And some of these animals, they just make me laugh. So I think that's going to end up working out fine for some child will fall in love with it. It'll keep somebody warm, right? So that is number 22, maybe 23 on my quilts. I'll put it in the title so you know what number I'm at. I can't be expected to remember each week. I went ahead and also just temporarily hung up my hand piece quilt so you guys can see that in all of its one spot so you can see the whole thing at once. I still need to go ahead and put on a last border of some type of a medium to dark batik. I just haven't decided yet. This is enough that I can go ahead and enter it in the parade of quilts and do the little link up party. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up, and then I'll work on the rest of it next month. I'll still be hand piecing the next border, and I think I've decided, since I'm going to have that dark border, that I will just go ahead and face it, and then once again that'll be all hand done, and I'll hand quilt it, so it'll be 100% hand sewn, pieced, quilted, the whole bit. I'll have done a hand project, and then I won't have to do another one, because now I've tested it out and it's enjoyable, but it'll only be for special projects. I really don't have time to sit there and do all these little pieces all the time. It just took too much time. I want to thank everyone for the suggestions of summer drinks last week. I think what I'm going to test out is I'm going to go up to Sam's and buy, they have these bags of frozen strawberries at a really good price. And the strawberries are just nice. They're a nice red color without any food coloring added to it. They're just naturally sweet enough. So I'm going to try that in my water. And then I decided if I don't like it, I'll just make smoothies with it. That way there will be no wasted. Because if I buy fresh strawberries, I'll want something cold in my drink anyway, so I'd still have to add ice to it. And then sometimes fresh strawberries go bad before you can eat them, and even if you're putting them in a drink. So I figured the frozen ones would be the best way to go. I'm a little bit behind in watching videos. I have not watched anyone's videos for last week. I'm hoping to go ahead and take care of that now, so by the time your new videos come out on Tuesday that I'm not watching 2 weeks behind. Fingers crossed, right? It's just been one of those weeks, one of those hectic times. I've been doing a lot. I have had to go on out and I've been tending to my flower beds and make sure everyone's getting some water, pulling out the weeds. I put up new fire, what are they? I can only think of fire extinguishers. Smoke detectors. There you go, fire alarms. I picked up 2 new ones for the house. We haven't actually had any. Don't tell the firemen. But we haven't had smoke detectors in a while because ours did something wonky. And I swear every time you open the door and the summer heat would come in, it would set them off. And they were just crazy. So I picked up new ones of those, and those got it installed, so we're safe again. Rob's faucet has been dripping constantly and driving me crazy, so I finally got that installed. That was a project because, you know, you have to get upside down. You have to go underneath the sink and lay on your back, and then you have to twist like this, and you have to get your tools that are this long in a space that's this big. We've been in this house for 17 years, so that faucet has never been changed. One of them, the cold side, was nice and pretty, and I could easily get that off once I figured out which way was loosening it up, because sometimes when you get upside down it's crazy. Counterclockwise is usually the way to go. My dad taught me a righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and I'm sure you guys have all heard that. The hot water side was more of a problem because it gotten some corrosion on it. And apparently there's the wood that was in there, and then the faucet, the little nut to get the faucet off was right there, so I had to chip away some of the wood. It was a process. But it's done. It leaked for a few minutes. I tightened up the cold water a little bit more because apparently I didn't tighten it all the way up. Now there's no leaks. Fingers crossed it stays that way, so that when we actually get city water, I won't be paying extra for a leaky faucet. Because city water costs a lot of money here. So that's what I worked on this week. So I'm going to go ahead and catch up on everyone's videos from last week, and then I'll start watching everyone's videos from this week, and I'll be all caught up. Hope you guys have a great and creative week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.